Well, good day! So I'm just gonna make a quick little video today because I'm not feeling great, like I'm down with the sickness. So for this one, I still kind of want to talk about the superheroes, so I'm going to talk about the legendary Mighty Mouse. From his very beginnings when he was known as Super Mouse, but we'll see how he morphs out, I guess. Yeah! So, let's go! Okay, so we start off in a happy little village where there is an overabundance of cats. And that sounds like a wonderful place for me, meow meow. And there is like one cat per mouse in this place, basically, right? And the mice are all really living in perpetual fear. Like really, like not much they can do, eh? Like they're fighting a losing battle against the multitude of cats. Most of the mice are rounded up and thrown in cages, but one brave little mouse escaped the cage and took off again. He found safety by burrowing through the wall into a supermarket, which is pretty fantastic, right? Like that place has all that he needs. And he decides to make good use of all that. So first thing on his agenda is to bathe in super soup. You know, for supper and all that, he goes and eats some super soup, along with some super celery, and then for dessert, he has some super cheese. And the end result of him eating foods from all that super marketing is that he now has superpowers. He goes by the name Super Mouse. He busts out of the supermarket and he goes back to the village to save his friends. And he does so by busting open the cages that they're trapped in. Now that his friends are safe, he takes his revenge out on the cats. And he beats the crap out of every single one of them. And even with the cats getting some heavy artillery and trying to shoot Super Mouse out of the sky, like that didn't even work. The bullets bounced off him like nothing, which really for a mouse, man, that's pretty impressive. So now he's got all the cats on the run. They all go hide in a shack, but that's not gonna do them any good because Super Mouse picks up the entire shack, flies it up into space, and boom, gets the cats all trapped up on the moon there. Or I guess some reasonable facsimile thing kind of going on there. But yeah, either way, man, the cats ain't on the ground, so the mice are all safe. Super Mouse is a hero. And with that, that is the end of this fantastic tale. So yeah, actually cute little cartoon, right? And I really love his superpower origin story, you know? Like usually the further back in the day you go, sometimes the origin story of a superhero is really silly. It's plausible enough to really kind of get the point through of how they got their powers. And you don't really dwell on it too much because the origin really isn't that important. It's about what the character does with the powers kind of moving forward. But with Mighty Mouse, I had no idea it was all about the power of marketing. How everything is labeled super. Was that the main term in the 1940s for marketing? Everything was super? Because I can dig it, right? Like I grew up in the 90s where the main marketing word was extreme, you know? Like extreme flavor Doritos, extreme berry blast Gatorade, extreme icy blast chewing gum or something, I don't know. So if Mighty Mouse popped up in the 90s, I guess he would have been Extreme Mouse. So you probably know about Mighty Mouse, and you may not know about Super Mouse and how Super Mouse became Mighty Mouse. So let's take a look into things all behind there and stuff like that, and words and things. Oh man. Okay, so let's go back to the mousy beginnings. So, we have Superman, who debuted in Action Comics #1 in 1938. Superman, of course, has been making quite a large splash in pop culture at this point. You know what, with the success of him in all the comics and all that, his radio show, the cartoons, all the merchandising. So it would be pretty sweet to catch a piece of that pie if you were working at a different studio, right? Well, another studio did just that. There is Terry Toon Studio, which has produced many a short cartoon about animals of some sort. Like, let's say, there's Kiko the Kangaroo, Dinky Duck, Gander Goose, you know? Stuff like that, right? So one of the studio's animators, Isidore Klein, came up with the concept of a Superman parody cartoon in the similar vein of an animal being the hero instead of, you know, like a human being. But his original concept was a super fly. Studio head Paul Terry was like, yes, but no! He liked the whole concept of the Superman parody, but it was like, hey, instead of using a fly, let's use something more adorable, like a little mouse. And so they did. They gave this mouse Superman's powers, Superman's uniform, and basically a play on Superman's name. And so bada bing bada boom, in 1942 with our featured episode, you have Super Mouse, the mouse of tomorrow. The funny thing is, though, it turns out there was already another character called Super Mouse. If you can believe it, he debuted in Cuckoo Comics in 1942. So that was the same year as this featured cartoon. So Terry Studios was like, okay, yeah, you know, we'll be the bigger mouse and we'll change our character's name. So our featured Super Mouse got his name changed to Mighty Mouse in his 8th cartoon short, which was called The Wreck of the Hesperus. And that was in 1944. But the changes didn't stop there. No, no. The newly minted Mighty Mouse got his costume updated as well. Kind of went away from the blue and red of Superman to the more familiar yellow and red costume that we know of Mighty Mouse today. And that first change happened in the 1944 short called Eliza on Ice. There was one more final change to the character, which also happened in 1944. That happened in the short called The Sultan's Birthday, where Mighty Mouse is now shown to be more bulked up, you know, more full, more muscular. Rather than him having like skinny arms and legs and kind of more of a goofy design like that, he looks definitely more like a superhero now in this one. So he's got the new look, the new name, the new uniform colors, and this is what the look of Mighty Mouse would be kind of going on from this point. I could get more into this with Mighty Mouse, you know, with his other cartoons on television in the 50s, 70s, and 80s, all of his comic books and all that kind of stuff, but man, it's gonna get a shot of some scotch and then I'm gonna go to bed, so I'm pretty good, man. Oh, God. So yeah, I guess with this, that, those, and the other things, I guess that's that. Right on, and there you go. So thanks for watching the video. I hope you liked it as much as I did making it. Also, feel free to check out the source material that I featured in this video. And if you want to leave a comment on anything you may have liked or things I might have missed in this, you know, feel free to do so. Or anything else, you know, just to say hi. That's cool too. And other than that, you know, have a great day. Thanks.